Hi all, hope everybody's doing well. So this is another video about the Fido L3. It's almost the end of March now, it's coming up to the end of March, and I haven't ridden this bike since Christmas. I did a couple of days work at Christmas, and then because of the cold weather I put it away because I don't really like riding in the cold and wet. So I've been taking the underground, but now it's getting warmer. I'm gonna change the brakes on this today. So I'm gonna put new brakes on here and on the front. And I've got, these are the brakes I'm using, replacement pads. They're actually a little bit too thick and I'll have to put them in and then just wear them down. Because they actually lock it up. So you've actually got to ride it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So let me just get set up here. I'll show you what tools I need. These, I should be able to do it with basically just a set of Allen keys, 5mm, and a pair of pliers. It's better to have a long nose pair of pliers, but I don't have one. And the other thing is, and trusty screwdriver. So let me get set up and we can get started. So if you are changing the disc pads on these hydraulic brakes, these X-Tecs, all you have to do is basically undo this to back off the brakes so they're not pulling on the pads, and then there's a pin in there you can see. Basically all you got to do is move that split pin up and then pull the pads out. Like I said, it's better with a pair of long nose pliers, but I don't have a pair of long nose pliers at the moment. I should get one, so I'm just going to do it with a pair of short nose pliers. So let's get into it. So I'm going to use my 5mm, I think it's 5mm, just to undo the brakes. It's pretty easy once you've done this a few times. So that's loosened that off. Hopefully I won't have to pull the whole brake off. Okay, and then take this. Where's the other? I think part of this split pin is broken actually. Okay. Okay, so I've just managed to straighten that out. And as you can see, it's just pulled out there. So that's that. And now I just have to try and pull the actual pads out. When you pull these out, you want to make sure that you don't, that this is completely backed off and you don't pull the pads, because it will release it will push the pads in, it will try and push the pads in once you get them out, and then fluid will leak from your brakes. So once you get them out, make sure you put the other ones in before you do anything like that. And that's how easy it came out. And the reason why I'm changing these is the pads on these, although they're not too worn down, they're just so smooth that they're not stopping the bike anymore. So when I would pull the brakes, the brakes just wouldn't work. So I've got these ones here, and comes with a new pin as well. So it's a new pin on that, which should just, let's see if I can push that through. Where is it? Yeah, so that's that pin pushed through there, and then just bend it a little, bend it. So that's that, and then these pads go in like that, so make sure you have the hole at the back, because that fits in where the pin goes, and then push it in. And they've got a little rubber thing to stop them falling apart. So, and they've got this spring too, so when you pull the brakes, they'll actually push them apart, so that spring goes in there like that, and in there like that. So you can see it's am I getting that right? You can see that that's pushing apart, but you can put the spring in afterwards. So there's the brakes. One's gone in, and like I said, these ones, the thickness on these is a little bit too fat. So what will happen is I'll have to bed them in, I'll have to ride it, and then they'll heat up. And they actually locked, when I did it before, they actually locked up the bike. You can feel, see the first one went in quite easy, but this one I'm having to actually push in because it's there's not quite enough room, because these ones are a little bit thicker than the original X-Tech ones, and you can see, look how tight that is. So if I try to, you can see that. See, that should spin freely, but it's not. So you've got to do that, right? So then you put this in. And this doesn't actually work that well. The spring steel on this is not very good. It's not strong enough to push it apart once they start kind of getting tight, but it's okay. You have to slot it in, as you can see. Well, I can't show you now because I can't hold the camera and do it, but if you have a look from the top, it will okay. You've got to get it in these 4 holes. So okay, it's a bit of a finicky, but it's harder to do this. The original ones, I think, had the spring steel actually stuck to them. Stuck to the actual pads. Got it in the back, it's the front one that's not going in.